Donald, you're not going to keep talking. We will go to break. If you keep talking, we're going to ask you questions. All right, go to break. Go to break, everybody. Go to break. Go to break. Go to break right now. We'll be right back with more Morning Joe.
And they are scared. Last Thursday, we expressed our own concerns on this broadcast and even said we would appreciate the opportunity to speak with the president-elect himself. On Friday, we were given the opportunity to do just that. Joe and I went to Mar-a-Lago to meet personally with President-elect Trump. It was the first time we have seen him in 7 years.
Now, we talked about a lot of issues, including abortion, mass deportation, threats of political retribution against political opponents, and media outlets. We talked about that a good bit. And it's going to come as no surprise to anybody who watches this show, has watched it over the past year or over the past decade, that we didn't see eye to eye on a lot of issues, and we told him so.
What we did agree on was to restart communications. My father often spoke with world leaders with whom he and the United States profoundly disagreed. That's a task shared by reporters and commentators alike. We had not spoken to President Trump since March of 2020, other than a personal call Joe made to Trump on the morning after the attempt on his life in Butler, Pennsylvania. In this meeting, President Trump was cheerful, he was upbeat, he seemed interested in finding common ground with Democrats on some of the most divisive issues.
Are y'all smelling that? Y'all smelling that? I smell BS. It's reeking and seeping through the floor. I don't know if y'all smell it yet.
And for those asking why we would go speak to the president-elect during such fraught times, especially between us, I guess I would ask back, why wouldn't we? 5 years of...
Yo, you are not fooling us. Y'all ratings are in the garbage right now, man.
Political warfare
desperation smells so bad right now.
Has deeply divided Washington and the country. We have been as clear as we know how in expressing our deep concerns about President Trump's actions and words in the coarsening of public debate. But for nearly 80 million Americans, election denialism, public trials, and January 6th were not as important as the issues that moved them.
What? This is all that they talk about. January 6th, threat to democracy. This is MSDNC's go-to. They said it on live TV that it was not important. No way.
January 6th were not as important as the issues that moved them to send Donald Trump back to the White House with their vote. Joe and I realize it's time to do something different. And that starts with not only talking about Donald Trump, but also talking with him.
Oh, I gotcha. Kind of like when you talk to him on this one, right? When you guys talked on
very difficult
here.
Situation.
All right, Donald.
Hey, Joe,
Don. You got to let us ask questions. You can't just talk. No, you got to let us actually ask questions. You're just talking. All Muslims. Donald, you're not going to keep talking. We will go to break. If you keep talking, we're going to ask you questions. All right, go to break. Go to break, everybody. Go to break. Go to break. Go to break right now. We'll be right back with more Morning Joe.
And now, y'all, this is what you see. This photo that I have been referencing through this show is what you see now. You have these folks who have been, I got to get them on screen. You got these folks right here who literally have made their entire segment about Donald Trump and how he's a threat to democracy, how January 6th is Donald Trump's fault, and how bad this man was. Literally less than a week and a half ago, they were on MSNBC election night spewing the same thing that they have been saying for the last 8 years. And they want you to believe, this is how silly people can be in Democrats. This is how they make y'all believe whatever they want y'all to believe. They want you to believe that they've had a change of heart all of a sudden about a man that they appear to hate so much. Really? If you fall for the unity thing on this one, you're a fool. You're a fool. If you fall for the, they're just trying to unite and make America, come together. Yeah, right. It's not a coincidence that just a couple of days ago, I made a live stream about how CNN and NBC or MSNBC are having rating problems post-election.
Sensational.
Okay. They've already fired Chris Wallace from CNN, who came over from Fox News, right? He's no longer on CNN's network. They're talking about laying off more people, right? Huh. And on this show, I won't be surprised. You know what? I think NBC should do us all a favor and get rid of Joy Reid. Just get rid of Joy Reid. I think we might all be a little bit more happy at the end of it. But we've watched these folks, or some of us have watched these folks or watched clips of them totally crap on Donald Trump so bad. They're a part of the same reason why he won in such a landslide and why no one is listening to the rhetoric that they spew. And they said that they went and, we met with Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago. Oh, at Mar-a-Lago, the rich place that you guys totally crapped on. All the time you talk about how he needs to go back to Mar-a-Lago and just be there and golf and this and that. And I heard the meeting was about almost 90 minutes. But you're telling Americans, people that I've spoken to that are Democrats, that he's Hitler, that he's this, he's a criminal, he's that, felon, and they spew the same things that y'all say if you talk to a Democrat or a liberal. But meanwhile, they're up there shaking hands with the enemy. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? And you want me to believe that it's not because of your ratings are tanking. Now they want to work with Donald Trump? Man, get the hell out of here. You don't want to work with Donald Trump. You need Donald Trump. Because you've seen that nobody was watching you guys on election night and they were watching more Fox News. So what do you have to do on the news station? It don't take a rocket scientist to figure out that, well, maybe we need to have a pro-Trump voice, or maybe we should be working with Trump, or we need Trump on our channel so that we can get our ratings better. That is such an easy, quick fix. It's like fix a flat. Doesn't mean it's going to keep your tire from, not exploding. You need to replace the tire. These folks on this channel should be ashamed of themselves, because you have poured hate into American people for years. And then you're trying to show as if you didn't really mean it. But I got people that I'm speaking to. I got people that don't want to talk to me all of a sudden and label me Mr. Trump supporter, or he voted for Trump, or bad guy, because of the garbage that you guys spill into their head every single segment that you're on TV. Every time. But they're meeting with Donald Trump. They're bowing down to Donald Trump. Donald Trump is Thanos at this particular moment. Donald Trump is Thanos. He's got all the rings, and you got Mika and old Morning Joe Scarborough, going over there, kissing the ring, bowing down. He's bowing down to Donald Trump. Donald Trump, you are the man. You deserve it all. We need you on our TV station. Can you come back, please? Our ratings are in the dump. Meanwhile, Donald Trump has been talking about the ratings for a while. And what has the media said? Oh, Donald Trump's so obsessed with his ratings. He's so obsessed. He's so obsessed. And isn't it funny how it's coming full circle once again what Donald Trump has said? Don't you find it ironic that Donald Trump says something, the media will cover it, they'll call him crazy, they'll call him this, but as time goes by, and it could be some years later, it starts to manifest and happen. They called him a crazy man when he said he didn't want the migrants coming in because they're all type of bad people and criminals. Joe Biden gets in. Oh my gosh, these migrants, they're criminals, homicides, blah, blah. He was talking about the ratings and how their ratings have been in the tank for a while. And now you smell the desperation on these media stations because they need Trump, because 76 million people voted for him. And the people that they're covering, she lost, and people aren't tuning in to these liberal stations like they want to anymore because they either believe that it's full of lies, they feel defeated and they don't want to listen to politics anymore, or their message is getting stale. I feel like their message...